Hello there, this is Sadie. I hope that you're doing well today. I've changed the audio levels on this after a comment on one of the videos saying my voice was still a little bit too quiet, so hopefully this new level is a bit better. So we're going for number 28 in a row today, and we only have one ship left, and it's the worst ship in the game. FTL decided to be dramatic. I've had several streaks where this got left to like 25. In fact, I had a very frustrating experience that occurred off camera where I lost twice on this ship on what I seem to recall were runs 25 and 27. But I've never had this for run 28 before. So let's hope that I have better luck than I did on those previous losses. So the reason this ship is so terrible is you have no shields and you have the slowest weapon in the game, which turns out not to be a really great combo. You definitely want to vent your oxygen to below 50% to try to redirect shots away from weapons and cloaking, which are the only two systems on smart targeting if you don't vent to below 50%. You have to be very careful with your pathing on this ship. There are also annoying micro tricks that I hate doing and don't have much experience and don't have much practice with recently. I have experience with them, but you sort of using micro pausing, which is basically if you press the mouse button and the middle button on your mouse and the space bar at the same point. Those are the two things that pause normally. There I was just pressing one of them. And if you press them both at the same time, it will advance the game by a very slight amount. Oh, I have not saved my nuclear position. Let's do that before I forget. The other trick that you can do with this ship is, because the AI smart targeting is based on the frame that the weapon starts firing. If you depower your glaive beam for just a moment as that targeting frame is occurring, you can remove it off the smart targeting list, which significantly cuts the chance of your weapons getting hit. I could go into the numbers, but it's too much of a pain to... Basically, the odds on hard difficulty, the odds of how shooting works, 50% of the time, the enemy just shoots a random room, any random room, including those systems. 25% of the time, and so when they're shooting that 50% of the time, they'll just look at however many rooms there are on the ship divided by, and that's, so if you had 20 rooms on a ship, there'd be a 5% chance of each being shot at. I think Stealth B has, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Yeah. So 15 rooms. So that's what, about 7.5? That's 7.5% exactly, actually, of those. So it would be half of that because it's 50% of the time that it will shoot at just any old random room. Then there's a 25% chance that it will shoot at any random system. So you can work that out by working out the number of systems that you have on your ship, and it's 1/4 of that. And then finally, there's a 25% chance that they will shoot at one of the rooms on the smart targeting list, and that's a very small number. So, like, if my oxygen was below 50%, it's 3 rooms. If it's above 50%, it's only 2 rooms. So basically, if my oxygen is above 50%, then my odds of the smart targeting is 25%, so the odds of one of these 2 rooms being shot is 12.5% just from that, and then we have to add the other percentage chances of those rooms being shot. If I add the oxygen only to the smart targeting list, I can reduce those odds from, let's say you go from 12.5, there will be 3 systems on, so instead it goes to 8.33. So that's quite a significant cut just for doing that. And if I correctly do the weapon depower trick, I remove weapons off the smart targeting list altogether, which means instead there's a 12.5% chance with a smart targeting shot it goes to oxygen and 12.5 at cloaking. Which is not great because actually cloaking is very important to not get hit as well, but it's better than your weapons being hit, certainly. So that's a long-winded explanation. haven't got the exact numbers to hand and can't be bothered to calculate them, but it is a significant cut in the odds of being hit in your most dangerous system if you vent the oxygen below 50%, and again, if you can correctly do the weapon depower trick, which I will attempt to do. One moment, I have just heard something downstairs I need to investigate.
Okay, well that isn't very auspicious. We just discovered a leak coming through the ceiling in our kitchen, which we have had happen previously, so that's not ideal. Anyway, we'll take a blue option from our upgraded sensors. It doesn't make us very much scrap, but it gets us something. We are very definitely not going through that fight. So let's find out. Our paths to the exit go either through this beacon or that beacon. I really do not like that because we don't have a great room to maneuver and find, you know, because like if there is a asteroid field here, say, we then need to go through the other one, but we can't find that out too quickly. I'm gonna go here and spot these lower beacons. I think I need to go something like here, here, here. Yeah, we need to go here because we need to basically see. I suppose actually we can get to it from these other beacons as well, but it's like I need to see this beacon reasonably early, so that if it's not safe to go through, I have time to take a different route. Okay, we will hail the refugee ship, and it gets us a fight, and a fairly benign fight as well. Okay, so these weapons, before we unpause, let's work out the timings, because I need to run my weapons guide sensors at the right moment. This fires at 8 seconds, this fires at 10 seconds. They are not manned weapons, so they're just the base timings. So, I need to run you to sensors at 7 seconds, I think. Actually, maybe it'll be like 6.5. That's probably wiser. Okay, unpause. Now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and now... I may have been too late on this. Okay. That is basically fully charged. Let's depower. Yeah. So here it's firing, and it's at this basic frame where it decides what it's targeting. I can now repower, but I need to depower again for this weapon. You can get fooled because this looks like it's fully charged, but it isn't. There's another little tick on that yellow bar. Okay, so here it is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I didn't do that last time because it was already fully charged when I went in the room, but yeah, this is the targeting frame. But you need that level of precise knowledge in terms of when that frame is, because obviously when the glade beam is depowered, it loses charge 8 times faster than it gains it. So you need, in order for this to actually be worth doing, you can only have it depowered for a fraction of a second. They might fire this ion as they're dying, but I don't really care. Frankly, it would have been preferable if they had fired it while they were dying, because I might have got a dodge off it. this is very good, a guaranteed double reward. Okay, so the very good thing here is we have fights at both of these beacons, which are they're just, you know, there's no hazards there, which means if I take those two fights, unless they're both low scrap fights and I get like absolute minimum, I will have 50 scrap, which is enough to get cloaking level 3, which is the first upgrade you always want to get on this ship. However, I do have to get through the fights, and, you know, one of them could have a beam drone or a mini beam or one of the many things that really fucks this ship over. Yep, this ship has a mini beam. Mini beam is awful for this ship because it will always fire before the glide beam, and I can't do anything about that. Now, timings on this. The laser is going to fire, it would be 10 seconds, but they've got weapon manning, so it will fire at 9.1 seconds. We'll cloak the laser because there's nothing we can do about the mini beam. It will always fire. The only thing we can do about it is we need to have somebody in the sensors room at the time the mini beam goes off so that I can depower on the targeting frame. But holding the cloak after the time the laser fires doesn't do us any good in this fight. So, 9.1 seconds, so I will run my weapons guy at 7 and a bit. I don't think I can afford to wait for 8 seconds. Someday I should actually measure how long it takes my weapons guy to dash there, but I haven't done that and I don't know for sure. Also, the method that I use for timing is not exactly precise. I just count the numbers out, and if I'm even slightly off... Okay. You can pause before, by the way, if you hit the pause bar and then you dismiss the text box, it stays paused, so you can make sure that it happens at exactly the right moment when you are ready. So. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, we're close. That's full charge, so there's a number of micro pauses you can do after this. Exactly how many it is, I don't have down as an exact science because I'm not great at micro pausing, and I don't know that they're uniform in terms of how much time goes, but I usually find that I can count 7 or 8, and then it's pretty much then that I want to depower. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I was a bit off there, unfortunately. Run you back, because I'm going to use my Zoltan for the second bit of this. I might as well cloak now. And now I'll run the Zoltan in here because, oh, no, I can't run them right in there because that'll pull power out of my cloaking. Keep them here. And when the cloak runs out, then I'll run them in there. And I need to... That's firing right now. There it is. So this is the reason that you depower, that you power your oxygen below that. That may be smart targeted. It might not. There's no way to know. But you know, it's much better to have that smart targeted and hit that room than it is to have it smart targeted and hit your weapons or your cloak. Okay, cool. We got enough there to get our cloaking all the way up, which should mean we don't have to do that every fight now. Because once you have cloaking 3, the numbers change quite a lot. So the problem with the mini beam basically there is The mini beam takes, I believe, 13 seconds to fire, or is it 12? Let's double check this. I believe it's 12, actually. Yeah, 12 seconds. So the problem with the mini beam, even there they had somebody on weapons, so it was 10.8 seconds. But even an unmanned mini beam, as things currently stand, I have level 2 cloaking. That's 10 seconds. My glaive beam takes 25 seconds. If I have just the base level of manning, which that's what you're going to have for most of the run because it's very, very difficult to get weapon skill on this stupid thing. It's not like there are very many safe fights unless you get that one mantis ship. So 22.5, we have 10% faster charge, which means that it takes 22.5. And I can cloak, which is 10 seconds where they can't charge their weapons. But that's 10 seconds they can't charge their weapons. But that's still only 12.5 seconds. If you then subtract that it would need to be in terms of them charging their weapons when our glaive beam goes off, and their mini beam goes off at 12 seconds. So if it hits your weapons, or if it hits a room around your weapons and drags into it, which is a huge problem, like this ship would be much safer if they moved the cloaking there and it made no other changes at all, because at least then if they smart target, with smart targeting on cloaking as it is, there's a chance to hit cloaking and drag it into weapons even if they were not initially intending to do that, which is extremely frustrating. But now, when I do this, I can now cloak for 15 seconds. And with that, well, this is 22.5 seconds. If I subtract 15 off that one when the enemy can't charge, that's 7.5 seconds. That's faster than basically every weapon in the game. The only exceptions are the Ion 2, the Charge 2, and the Charge Ion. And a fully spun up Vulcan, but don't let your enemies fully spin their Vulcans up. And 2 of those weapons, the Ion 2 and the Charge 2. Oh yeah, and the Charge Laser 1 actually is also on that list. So 2 of those weapons you don't see yet because enemies don't have 3 power weapons in the first couple sectors. So for most fights we can now just level 3 cloak right at the beginning and then glaive beam and kill them. We're worried about those 2 weapons, we're worried about hazard fights, and we're worried by offensive drones. Those things could still cause us problems. And enemies with special systems of any kind can fuck it up as well. This is a double reward, and we can safely take this fight. Look right away. And the way I like to do this to minimize oxygen drain is just run your Zoltan in there, stand them in the room until the cloak runs out. Do not run them out of the room before the cloak runs out, or the timings no longer work. Now run them back and they'll take the power back. And yeah, the glaive beam goes off and kills before they get to shoot. And we get a double reward. So yeah, I need to go here because I need to know if this beacon is safe. Although, I might take this first. If I do that, let me think. Because if I go here now, the problem is if it's safe, I kind of have to go to that, because if I go here and then I decide to take the back route, and then this turns out to be unsafe, it's too late for me to turn back. So I may want to go here, here, there, and then I can take, some of these beacons, or maybe that one. Yeah, that's better. The problem is, if I do that and this is unsafe, do I have time? Here, here, there, there. Yeah, I have 4 jumps. And if it turns out that both of these beacons have stuff at them, we'll just have to deal with it and, resign ourselves to the fact that FTL hates us. Well, nice, this is a double reward. Now this ship does present a small problem in that because it's a rock class ship, they might rock resist our weapons. However, if we start in shields, we're guaranteed to do 3 damage to their weapons. That'll take everything offline. In fact, 2 would take everything offline here, but 3 would do it to whatever level of weapons they had in this sector. Yeah, they got 1 resist, but that's not enough. That's our 3rd double reward already. There's a store, we don't have enough scrap to buy anything. This ship annoyingly does not start with the titanium system casings that Stealth A has, and it could really use it. But alas, you do not have that. Suppose actually I can go here, and then I'll spot if this is... Yeah, I'll do that actually, because if I go here, if that's unsafe, I then know I have to go this way. I have 2 jumps before that. Or if it's safe, I can take jumps around here and then go up later on. This ship has a mini beam and an offensive drone. I'm going to just strip it and take the useful scrap. I might risk it if they just had one of those things, but like that could be a beam drone, and you know, beam drone, mini beam. For the majority of ships, obviously, a beam master like that is a complete joke, but for Stealth B, it is definitely no laughing matter. So I have 3 jumps before I need to go to the exit. I could go take these 3. The problem with this is if any of these are hazard beacons, it would be too late to try to take them. I think I'm going to do it anyway because there's nothing here. If that was a ship detected, I would go here, here, and then take one of those. But... yeah, we get that blue option for the 2nd time in 1 sector. We will attack the rebels. And we get more free scrap here. We're going to steal the supplies. Sadly, they're just, you know, crucially needed medical supplies that we have unnecessarily taken. Whatever. We will ignore the refueling platform. I do not want to get in a fight where we're being boarded and we take damage at the start. Hail the refugee ship. Sure, we might end up relying on a missile, and also this puts us above 15, so we can sell 15 at a event or trade them away. Ugh. These are not ideal choices. We're gonna go Mantis because that is the only one. If we go Uncharted, we're Uncharted in the first 2 sectors, and you know those could both have no stores in them. And, I mean, the odds on that are infinitesimally small, but still, even one of them having no stores would be a disaster. Mantis sectors also have an advantage of having relatively weaker ships, and there is one in particular we want to look out for because we could train on it if we get that one Mantis ship that spawns with nothing but an ion stunner. We need enough scrap. The ideal thing we'd want, the other big problem with this ship, now that we've got past the incredibly dangerous initial game, the other big problem with this ship is that it's incredibly vulnerable in terms of scaling, because the glaive beam at the moment, it does well in fights, because against ships with relatively low hull and only 1 shield bubble, you'll always be able to one-shot them. But once ships start turning up with 2 shield bubbles in Sector 3, you can no longer do that. And if you're not one-shotting ships, you're incredibly vulnerable to taking damage. So you need to either get a way to continue one-shotting ships, and the problem with this, ideally you get hacking and you can hack shields. That's what you ideally want. But if you can't get that, the problem is upgrading your weapons is really expensive because the glaive beam takes a lot of stuff, and you also want to get shields if you can't safely. If you're going into a position where you can't safely one-shot, you need to get shields, but those are expensive. I need another 51 scrap. Well, actually, I need another 36 because I would sell the long-range scanners as scrap. But I would need 51 if I would do it without selling something, which would be my preference.
my even bigger preference would be to get hacking. But, you know, you have to go with what the game offers you. Now this is frustrating because we immediately have hazard beacons. I'm going to go here first to spot down there. I would be very frustrated if that's a store because I most likely won't make any scrap before it unless I get some here. But I at least want to know if that's a store even if I don't go to it. We're ignoring this. We need every bit of scrap we can. Go here and then probably here. Okay, this is a shieldless auto ship. It's only going to give us a low scrap reward, unfortunately, but whatever. That will at least get us over 80 scrap, so we can afford hacking without needing to sell anything, which is good, because I would not sell long-range scanners to buy hacking, because then you're at complete mercy of just blundering into an asteroid field and dying. If you sell them to buy shields, it's a different matter, because then you're not nearly as threatened by hazards. Yeah, that one ion into our weapons. Okay, there's a store there, so I want to farm more scrap so that I have the option to buy shields there, because like I would prefer to buy hacking over shields on this ship, because shields are guaranteed to be there in any store that has systems at all. You're guaranteed one of those is going to be shields. So if you see a shop that has hacking and shields, and you can only buy one of them, you can get hacking. That'll allow you to continue to scale up offensively. You get back to 125 scrap, and you buy shields next time. The problem is, any store that has shields will definitely have the shields because of the systems, but it's not guaranteed to have hacking, so you need to be in a situation where you have at least 110 scrap, because it is incredibly, ridiculously unsafe to take this ship into Sector 3 without at least one of shields, hacking, or a good one-power weapon that you can use to scale your offense. And with that said, I am going to head off for a moment. Okay, we're back. I may end up having to go off again at some point because we're now expecting somebody around to fix our boiler, but for the moment, let's keep going. I can always cut the video and resume the recording at a later point. Okay, so this is the Mantis Ship Collectors event. I would normally let this run, however, I'm going to blow them up here for two reasons. The first is I just need scrap now before I go to that store, and you know, if I let them run away and get a quest, it could come at the late end of the sector, or even in a spot I can't get to. The second and more important reason to let them escape here is the second part of this quest is a Mantis bomber ship, and that spawns earlier than it normally would be able to, and that means it can actually have 2 shield bubbles, which would be a disaster. You go here, you go to doors. As long as they don't board directly into my weapons, we get a shot off before their missile. Yeah, that's fine. It's not ideal. Yeah, just give me that immediate scrap for the store. That could easily be the difference between me being able to afford shields and not being able to afford shields. And that is more important than a potential weapon drop that I quite possibly would not be able to use. Or frankly obtain with the risk of them having a 2 shield chip. Go here, I want to see whether there are fights at either of these 2 beacons. I'll take that. Good, we've got a fight.
attack the ship. And this is another one-shot situation. Now that we have that extra power bar, we don't even need to fiddle about with our vault. It's useful because if we do get the shields up, we're going to need to buy power anyway. Not a great reward. We're going to take this just in case, because at the moment I'd need to sell the long-range scanners to buy shields. I would like to have the option to not do that, to get them without selling it. Unfortunately, I'm not going to have that. Please show me hacking. No hacking. There's a flak there, that's bait. It's great. It's a great compliment to the glade beam as well. Like, you can win the run with just that. The problem is if I buy that, it's 65 scrap. That takes me down to 47, I believe here. Yeah. And then I would need to spend another 125 upgrading my weapons. So I would need another 80 scrap. And then I'd need to buy power as well. There's no way on earth that I'm getting all of that before I get out of this sector. It's simply not. Barring this being like a double drop of a pre-igniter and a, which I wouldn't want to sell anyway, but I'm just naming something really expensive. Say I got a double spawn reward here and I got a defense scrambler and a hull repair drone, and then I could immediately get a store. That would do it, but that's not happening. I need to sell the scanners and buy my shields. And I'm still lower on scrap than I would like to be. I know there's a fight there from when I had the scanners, so let's go there, and then out. We have Mantis boarders coming to annoy us. Yeah, just let them in. So what we want to do, if you get shields, you can actually win fights against two shield ships with just the glade beam, as long as you have a shield system and you can get it upgraded. You're still very vulnerable to enemies with like missiles or bombs that can snipe your weapons, but you're not going to get taken out by a single ion or something ridiculous like that. As I said previously, we're a little bit lower on scrap than I would like to be here, because I would like to be able to upgrade my shields and get the power for that ASAP. And I doubt I'll be able to do that before I leave the sector. Download the data store so we get information about the sector we're just about to leave. Surrender the sector. Now, in fights where it's safe to do so, you may as well just hack a cloak, and unfortunately I did not notice that hacking, so we might get screwed by that, if that lands on our weapons. If so, that's my fault. No, it landed on my shields. That doesn't matter, because they're going to go kaboom. Yeah, I should have let that land, for fuck's sake. We've had so many fights so far that we've just got no fucking scrap from. Yeah, we made 55 scrap in that sector. Just awful. There are like 3 fights in that sector where we only made 7 or 8 scrap. I'm not going to Zoltan sectors because Zoltan shields are a nightmare now. They're not too bad. If you go to a Zoltan sector in Sector 2, it's not too bad. But Zoltan Sector 3, where they can have multiple shield bubbles, you can't really take the weapons down at any time quickly. You need to go Mantis again. And just a moment. Okay, let's keep going. We're not so interested in stores right now as we are in just making scrap. I mean, a store with hacking would be great, but I am not risking activating this. They have 2 shields, they have
at least one combat drone. One offensive drone rather. There could be two, although it's not a hugely likely thing here to get the shield buffer. We're low on fuel, which is a very common thing to happen on this ship, really. Okay. Cloak this missile. Just do this for a moment, because that could be a breach missile, and then they'll fire this a second time. And indeed, that is the case. Well, on the negative side, that went down, but on the positive side, the missile also went down. So we are safe at the moment, and they're repairing their weapons with a Mantis. So we'll get the kill here. Very glad they did not have the shield buffer, because then they might have kept the missile up after that, and that would have been really ugly. Go and fix our cloaking. A quick look at the map to see if there's not a store, and if there isn't, then we're going to be getting our shields up. We need some power now for a while. Ideally, I would like enough power to run this and 3 more after that. That might be a little bit too much, but we'll see what we can do. Oh yeah, of course, I was wondering why I hadn't detected any fights this sector. Of course, we sold our long-range scanners. Surrender your stuff to me. So this is a really bad situation for us, because this missile's going to fire potentially many times. And any of them going into our weapons is a disaster. Going into shields, so I can power a shield bubble. God damn it, that thing is still up. In that case, you go in here, go through the cloaking so that I can pull power out. They might bring that combat drone back at any point. The same that. God damn it, that's... Oh no, that was going for cloaking, not weapons. If these guys surrender, I have to accept it. One moment. Okay. Yeah, that was aimed at my weapons, so... Unfortunately, they are not surrendering. That up. Good. Yeah, you have a tremendous problem with enemies running away, by the way. Okay. The main thing this will do, it's not particularly easy to use this on this ship, because needing to go to weapon 7 is not really a starter. One thing it could, however, do that would be very, very helpful is if we can find a ship that is not able to hurt us, we can train weapons with that. And that is huge. Let's get a power bar. I at least want enough to be able to run like this, and maybe have one more, and then I can run the Zoltan around.
We're almost out of fuel. I suppose that's what happens when you have multiple successive Mantis sectors. That is a chance to lose crew, including my Zoltan, which would be a disaster. I have to go to that store just to buy fuel, so... This fight wouldn't be terribly dangerous outside of an asteroid field, but it's in one, so... What I'm going to do here... Shield has been popped anyway, so let's pull it down, move that power into cloaking. Run you in here so I can run my oxygen. We don't one-shot, but... Actually, I can finish this ship off by doing this. They can't dodge, so next asteroid will kill them. Of course, there's a lull in the asteroids now, but not a very long one. We once again made no fuel. It's not impossible for us to be able to afford hacking there by selling the Ion 2. It just depends on whether or not we get scrap at this next beacon. Because it sells for 35, then it gives us 63. So if we can get 17 scrap here or more, ideally quite a bit more, yes, we can do that. Unfortunately, that's all very helpful, but it's not scrap. There it is, we can't do it. We can't come back here, and there's scrap fuel here as well. Great. I'm wondering if I have to sell the Ion Blast 2 here for a small bomb. Because I can actually upgrade. Next sector, there will be ships that can come through that have 3 fuel bubbles. And the Glaive Beam outright can't damage those. If there was a heavy one, I would buy that and run it with the Ion Blast instead of the Glaive Beam, but that's not available. Yeah, we have to do this. Even though it's kind of crap. The other good thing about doing this, if we take damage to weapons, we turn this on and bomb their weapons, and then we have we buy ourselves some time. Please. Okay, I just need to use that now then. Nice dodge, cloak now. Come on, asteroids. Here. Big dodge. Big dodge. Where's my fuel, gang? Where is it? I had like 20 fuel earlier. What kind of bomb is that, I wonder? because we might be able to crew kill this, although this crew killing, I suppose in terms of fuel, it's not a huge difference. Yeah, we're safe here. So, more importantly than crew killing, we can train here. We can't train weapons because we had to sell that ion 2. I think we won't crew kill here because we'd need to end up using some bombs. Maybe we can, actually. Let's think. If I can beat the crap out of this engine and kill him while he's still over here. Let's vent. I just need to be cognizant of the fact they could stun bomb me in this room and then my people could suffocate, which would be a disaster. Now let's do this. Okay, that's got that offline. So it's only level 1, which is a good thing because they had a damage buffer. So we now need to run them out of bombs and then we'll train. We'll train everything but weapons, which is annoying since that's the most crucial thing to train here, but... And then once the training is done, we hit their clone bay, drag the Mantis in, and then we hit it again and kill him. Go here. Might as well start training. I'm not turning speed hack on until they're out of bombs. Although I'm fairly sure as long as I kept a buffer in terms of my power that they couldn't actually kill me. Actually, there's one thing we can do here. The Mantis ship, so it won't run away, you have 17 health. To save a bomb, what I can do here is swipe here, drop him to 2 health, and then later after the training is done, I take that down, pull him in. The Mantis takes 25 seconds to repair, plus he has to run there. That's less time than it takes to jerk my glaive beam, so I'll be able to kill him with that in that room. There we go. So, I can't do this to kill him and then hit the clone bay in time, because he'll clone in time, but if I hit this, once this is repaired, he'll get dragged into there to go repair it, but because the Mantis takes so long, I'll be able to fire the glaive beam again and kill him with it. But before we do any of that, we can now turn speed hack on. I really, really wish we were able to get this fight before we had to sell the Ion Blast 2. Getting weapon training here. We could try to get weapon training here. It involves, but we can't do it automatically. I suppose I should try. I'm really bad at it. But if you depower it in precisely the correct way, okay, that's all done. You go here, you go here, you go there. Make sure that the Zoltan does not fuck power up when they're running around, so let's depower my glaive beam. Even with speed hack on, that glaive beam doesn't charge especially quickly. Like, if you compare the small bomb, it's pretty fast, I guess. here, you go there, you go there. It's so frustrating that we do not get hacking at that store. If we'd been able to do it, the rest of the run would have basically been a joke. We've easily crushed everything. But instead, we're going to be eking and scratching still. I mean, we'd have still had trouble with fuel, because if we had done that, we wouldn't have been able to afford to buy much fuel, even if there had been much fuel there. So the thing we can do to try to train, and I should do it, when you fire a weapon, you get XP on a certain frame, and then you get the weapon actually starts firing like a frame later, so you can depower it at exactly the correct time. Let's just try to do it here. If we micro-pause, maybe that will help us do it. So yeah, there, you see, we've got the weapon XP. We depower, we haven't done any damage, but we've still got the weapon XP. We'll do it again to demonstrate. If I do decide to do this, which I probably will, I'm not doing it on all three of them, because that just sounds awful. But what we can do... So now we just need to do this another 93 times. So I'm going to cut this bit out because it's exceedingly dull, and I'll meet you back. Okay, back. I've messed this up enough times that I now can't do it without giving up the crew kill, and I'm not willing to do that, so... I got a reasonable amount of training, but I don't know what was happening there at the end. I thought I'd worked out a good method for doing it, and then I did at least get XP there. I went through one where it fired and I did not get XP for it. I don't know what happened there. Anyway, let's get the crew kill by doing this. Oh god, this isn't going to be a crew kill, is it? It's going to blow them up. Oh, for fuck's sake, I'm such an idiot. Well, now I have to use 2 bombs for the crew kill, which makes it probably not worth it, but I'm doing it anyway. Why didn't I just swap to the bomb as soon as I did that the first time? Ugh. Well, I mean, that's cool. It doesn't help me get through shields. And it doesn't help me power my shit. Is it worth doing this? The problem is if I don't get any fuel here, I then jump to the exit and then I can't leave the sector. I think I have to just leave. Ugh. I can't sell my missiles. I need them. Ugh, another Mantis sector, but... this sucks. Okay, thank God we didn't have to fight anything for that fuel. I need to get my weapons up the next time I get fuel, and that I get scrap rather, but you know, when that will be, I don't know. We cannot beat this ship. I hate it. Fuck off. Okay, well this ship at least would be killable. It is, however, an absolute fucking monstrous nightmare. Like, what the fuck is this ship running away for? Oh yeah, it's because I have no fuel. That thing at my doors, it's fine. Asteroid, come in, please. Asteroid, I need you. Okay, good. I don't like that. Let's just cloak these. Okay, that's gone. Please give me fuel. Okay. At least I'm not immediately gonna run out. I have a store. I could currently get hacking and fuel, and then we basically are fine. Oh, for the love of God. Punch this idiot until he dies. Ah! Get out of there. Well, we're gonna get hit by the solar flare a few times while this is going on. I'm a bit wary of doing that. That's a lot of the ship I have to vent, and if the O2 burns down anyway, none of those rooms will have any air in them. I'm going to do it with these guys, even if that means I have to abandon this fire in here. I think this will burn down, but at least, you know, the ship isn't completely deoxygenated. This stupid thing. Go heal, and then we can get out of here. And by get out of here, I mean turn our distress beacon on and hope to get more fuel. I can't upgrade my ship, which I would really like to do, because I might have to fight a ship for fuel, and if they have 3 shield bubbles, I'm in big trouble. Okay, use the beam. If it doesn't work, I can switch to the bomb and bomb piloting. God damn it. This run is so close to being good. Frustrating thing is, the ship probably wasn't about to get away because it's running because of me not having any fuel, but I need to make sure that goes offline. Okay, good, we dodged it. Thank God this will take this missile down. Oh, for the love of God. This is the problem with relying on this slow-ass beam. Well, at least we're out of the immediate danger. Let's do this. It's annoying because I had enough there to be able to afford hacking, but you know, for all I know, this jump here is a 3 shield ship that's terrifyingly strong and can kill me. Actually, I don't need the weapons training. The weapons manning so much here. Let's not break our cloak because I want to keep charging the FTL in case we decide we need to run from this. Excellent. I could probably, in fact, have swapped to the whole beam there. Indeed, I should have done that. Got at least the first level of weapons training now. If I can get to hacking without having to sell any of this stuff, for God's sake, where's my fucking fuel? If I could get to hacking without having to sell any of this stuff, I'd be in a great position because Glaive Hull kills most stuff for the whole run. It gives me plenty of time to find another weapon to finish things off. Or, I mean, I could just run these 3. But, you know, that all relies on me actually finding a store and being able to get what I want there. I once again need to start moving towards the exit because I might run out of fuel again. Oh, for fuck's sake. I don't know where the store was. It might have been like there. Do I dare to take another jump? No, I need to go to the exit, so I lose jumps and scrap here. Examine the station. Great, we get this and nothing else. Strictly speaking, we should be fucked here because we have an ASB targeting on us, but fortunately the game does at least have enough mercy to let us get away from the fucking beacon. Come on in. You go over there now. Smoke. Okay. I had images of that coming in and hitting me in medbay. So, for the third time this sector, we need to wait for... turn on our beacon. However, let's give this a moment. Okay, now we do it. This person could rip me off here, but I have to take it. Okay, good. That wasn't him ripping me off. That's something. We definitely can't deal with a rebel stronghold here. We have to go to NNG homeworlds. Rebel stronghold could have triple drone ships that rip us to absolute pieces. Speaking of us being ripped to pieces, at least these all fire at basically the same instant, so I can cloak them all. I should have waited and let my FTL charge a bit more. Okay, we can afford hacking right now without having to sell anything. Please show me a store. Actually, I would need to sell something because I would need to immediately... Well, I wouldn't need to immediately upgrade it to level 2, actually. Now, do I take another jump or two? I think I should, because I want to be able to buy hacking and fuel. I have the ability to run away from fights with my long cloak and my ability to bomb, say, weapons to help me escape. I maybe get out of this without having to use a bomb. Let's find out. I'd like to conserve ammo. If I can take this offline, which if this doesn't have a shield buffer, I'm guaranteed to, but they probably do have a shield buffer. In which case, yeah, I take that down. I might still be able to do it, because that's still going to take a while to charge up. And I always have the option to just drop a bomb in that room. Like, I'll be able to do another really long cloak by the time that would actually be charged up. Okay, good. And fortunately, they're not running away, which would be the other thing that would cause me to need to waste a bomb. No.
Now we're going to the store. Okay, well they don't have any weapons or hacking, but they do have 7 fuel. If I buy the backup battery here, am I going to be, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. No, I won't be near the system limit, so I can do this to make hacking more likely to appear. I need to make 10 more scrap, but if necessary, I could sell the whole beam, because, you know, even though I'd like to keep that and just shield hack stuff, it's not essential that I do that. We can't give away any missiles now. Actually, I could sell the small bomb for hacking, thinking on it. Because that would get me to 92. I could win a fight or two with just the glaive beam and a shield hack. And then upgrade onto glaive plus hull, at which point I will wreck stuff. What are you running away for? Look at this monstrosity. At least, again, I can cloak all of these at basically the same moment. I can get you in that. Fuck. If this small bomb misses, it's a huge problem. Like, it's a huge problem even if it doesn't miss. Oh god almighty. Keep that up because I probably need to bomb weapons. I don't think I can stop them smashing this now. Well, at least they're running away, but I need to fix my fucking doors. I shouldn't have let them break them. Okay, good, they're running. Does that make this a dive? I hope not, but I mean, what I want has very little to do with how this fucking run goes. Okay, there's a store. 1, 2, 3. Okay, good. This isn't a dive, but we do have to go right to the store. Yes! Wow, there's some really good stuff here in terms of weaponry, but no, let's just get rid of this. By hacking, we need to win a fight with glaive, then we can upgrade hacking to level 2. I guess I need to get some repairs. I would have liked fuel too, but see what I said previously about this run. I mean, this being an NG sector, maybe we can just get some free stuff. That'd be really, really appreciated. But no. Of course not. course, if I hadn't bought the backup battery in that previous store, I'd have had 35 more scrap to upgrade to Hack 2. But if I had done that, the Hack might also not be there. What sort of missile is this? That's a Lido. That's fine, as long as it's not aimed at hacking, which I can see, because even if it hits weapons, I have a buffer now. That is aimed at weapons. But yeah, it doesn't matter. I want to cloak this instead. I may have hacked too early. Fuck. I did hack too early. God damn it. Well, I fucked up. Maybe a situation where you could say that I should have sold the hull beam instead of the small bomb, and then I would still be able to deal damage here. And you'd be mostly right to do that. I kinda need to just get out of this fight. It really sucks. On the other hand, I need this back. Okay, that's hitting. Would have been nice to buy some fuel there, but... Oh, this ship. I hate this fucking ship so much. Did I get any free stuff in that sector? I feel like I had to fight for everything I got there. Okay, that's some free stuff, and that lets me do this. Thank God. I mean, I can't one-shot stuff because we're way too late in the game, and of course we're now having to go into a slug sector where ships can turn up with 4 fucking shield bubbles, so I need hacking 3. God fucking damn it. We are once again almost out of fuel. At least there are a lot of stores in this sector, but... And most of it is nebula. That's the 5th time we've run out of fuel this time. This run. Why couldn't I have been fighting you all this time, for God's sake? Like, that's annoying, but... Of course, one of the reasons I don't know the correct timings for my weapons is that I have weapon skill 1, but not 2, which is really awkward, so I don't know how to time the hack properly. I'm wary of when they're gonna use their their hack. Oh yeah, they can't use their backup battery hack. I broke that system. I didn't want them to pull power out of my weapon. Okay, we have some stores. Go to them and buy repairs and fuel. There's a flak too, that would be quite useful, but I can't afford it.
in there. Yeah, this is 5 borders. So what's gonna happen? What should happen? Yeah, they run 2 in here. The other 3 should be in this room. Because they're looking for spots to go that have air. And because they've run into a room that has no systems and no crew to fight, they just sit in here. When they die, they come filing in. Of course, I would prefer, by this point in the run, to have obtained more crew, or to have mind control, or something like that. But that would have required me to make scrap and not run out of fuel 5 fucking times, or however goddamn. I think it might only be 4, but... No, speaking of it only being 4, that was only 4 borders, not 5. It's still too fucking many. 5 is the maximum you can get from that event. You know, I still need to upgrade my weapons, I still need like 8 bajillion power. Would you like payment? And yeah, here of course is one of these assholes with extra high shields early in the run because slugs. Now fortunately, if I fire now, this should knock off one of the lasers but leave the pipe beam, which is pretty good. I should have fired earlier. Whatever. I got one of the lasers off at least. We're also running out of air. We need that back, or we can possibly hope to damage this ship. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So if I hack the shields down all the way, I can do this and kill. No. Good. Buying more power. I could go to another store, but I need to make scrap desperately. Let's have a look at... Yeah, this is awful. Our max scrap sector so far is 143. We have had 2 sub 100 sectors. It's just been absolute garbage. Admittedly, one of those went to above 100 when you include drops, but the drops we got in that sector are the only ones we got in the entire fucking run. This fight's not too bad. We just cloak this. This will go off before the burst 3. Because we did it in that order, they should depower the burst 3 and not the halberd beam. I think we have to, yeah, it looks like we have to accept this. It's fine. There's a reasonable amount of fuel there. There was a good argument for accepting that, even if it weren't for the potential of them running away. Hacking is more important to get up here than weapons, because adding the hull beam doesn't help me at all if I can't get through the shields. Next sector, it won't just be the occasional ship that has 4 shield bombs. It could be a lot of them. We can cloak when they fire this. We don't need to wait for the heavy 2 because we cloak even if, say, all 3 of these shots hit and did damage, by the time the cloak ends, this will be off of that. This will be, the shields will be back, and this won't be able to get through. Also, this should mean that if we get the glaive off now, they keep the heavy 2 up and lose the burst 2, which is exactly how I want it to be. Oh, okay, they just die. That was actually how I wanted it to be. Fortunately, Mantis ships have terrible hull totals. You get out of there. Those doors are getting broken. Yeah, I can't vent them out. Ah! Fucking Mantis. I could go to this store, but no, I just need to get upgrades. If necessary, I can win the run just with what I have now. Plus more power, obviously. Look, this is another ship with 4 fucking shield bubbles. Do I actually kill this in time? Depends on how long their cloak is, I guess. I don't think I can force power in even by moving the Zoltan into that room. I don't like having to vent this room at all. But if I don't vent that room, I can't. If that room burns down, I can't win the fight. Oh god, I forgot about the fact that our blade beam would go off for the cloak. Thankfully, we got 3 damage on the most critical systems. Yeah, I think we need to get out of here. Okay, that missed at least. Maybe I have it. The cloak isn't very long on their end. Yeah, we should be okay. I can start engaging the hack now and we blow them up as soon as they come out of the way. We had just enough. But like, that firebomb, if it did say hit our oxygen or something, that would have been awful. Or piloting or engines. Hold my scrap for now. I want this glaive beam, this hull beam up. Also, I should have recharged my air all the way. Let's do that now. There
is this event? Still, we need our hack to be able to do anything. You go indoors, we'll vent them out. On the positive side, this is a guaranteed high scrap. I guess it doesn't really matter the way it works out, since it doesn't work right now anyway. That's guaranteed to be a breach missile, which is quite strong. However, we need to wait until after their cloak. We cannot let them break my doors. We need to vent them out. Vent them towards the piloting. Should be okay now. Yeah, we currently can't take damage unless they somehow line all these weapons up. Yeah, we can do damage here without even waiting for the hack. On the other hand, if we end up having to wait for the hack anyway, we might as well use it. Okay. This is the first time we've been in a good situation scrap-wise since Sector 1. Well, good. Tolerable. And not running out of fuel. Seriously, that one jump, if we had not had to sell our long-range scanners, the preceding sectors would have been much smoother, made us much more money, in addition to the fact that just, you know, obviously getting more scrap is always better in that one jump, but it's been magnified so much by the fact that we had to sell those scanners, because without the shields we don't survive. We can't give 3 fuel away. And we can't go to a Zoltan sector. Let's avoid that. We want to go in here just to see if there's an immediate store. There isn't, so we're doing this. We're still way behind on power. We're still on the level 2 engines. We don't have any more crew. We haven't upgraded our doors. But we have level 3 cloaking and hacking, and reasonable weapons. My next upgrade will probably be doors, actually. We have level 3 cloaking. That is a blue option here, and a good one. And we have stores. We could buy back our long-range scanners, but that would be not the right decision, I think. Maybe, actually. I mean, this is an NG sector, so there might not be very many fights to find anyway. On the other hand, there are no systems here. Yeah, what, fuck it, let's do it. And as long as we can make some fuel, some scrap by this store, we can afford mind control here, which is the main thing we need. I should be manning doors. Do we dare to deal with a pulsar? I think so. Maybe I'll take one jump before it as well. It might be just NG free stuff. Yep, NG free stuff. Let's go. In that case, fuck the pulsar. Let's not take that fight. Is there another store? There isn't. If we buy that burst laser one, are we ever going to be able to use it? These weapons actually on their own one-shot 2 flagship phases.
because I can get in phase 1 and phase 3 where they only have 20 hull. The glaive beam does 12 with a shield hack, and the hull beam does 9 in phase 1 and 2 and 8 in phase 3. So we can one-shot those 2 phases. That being the case, I think we need to not get this done. Now the problem here is there's no crew for sale and there's no mind control, which I really would like to get one or the other, ideally both. Let's do this for now. There could still be another store in this sector, although there may not be. It's a 2 to 3 store sector. Still aren't at max weapons, which is quite significant for the flagship, actually. We really need to find somewhere where we can train, because if we have max weapons, our glaive beam goes off at the same time as an enemy cloak, but without max weapons, it goes off just a brief instant later, and that's not good enough. See here, there's a cloak right there. And that's going to mean they get to fire these weapons at us again. My failure in that training flight is really coming back to haunt me here. That's too many NGs. There's no way we stop this ship running, for fuck's sake. Of course, to find a safe fight to train, we would probably need to upgrade our shields. Or just get really lucky and find a weak enemy. Maybe I should have bought the Ion Blast just for getting training. But I mean, I might, now that I have 2 weapons, get it up in time anyhow. Check this out so I can see up here. Unfortunately, while the hull beam is great for one-shotting the flagship, it's not great for one-shotting other ships. There's plenty of ships like this where they just, they don't have systemless rooms. Cloak now, that way they don't even get to fire that, since I don't have 100% cloak evade and cannot be guaranteed of dodging it if it fires. But I can definitely dodge a missile that they don't get to shoot at me. You miss 100% of the shots you don't take. Almost at 100% cloak evade. We need our hacking. Are we one-shotting this? I'm not sure that we are. Oh, cool. Thank God that wasn't aimed at my weapons. Can I one-shot this? If I do like that, that's 6. And then that will be 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Yes, that is a one-shot. Whee! I need scrap so desperately, but I need drone parts as well. How many can I go down to? I can definitely afford to sell 3. I'm wondering if I can afford to sell 6. I definitely can't sell 12, that's out of the question. And how much is 12 scrap worth in the grand scheme of things? Not enough, I'm gonna just sell 3. I can definitely do that. There's not another store, so I'm going to do this for 100% cloak and paid. We really need to get our shields up, but we needed to do that several sectors ago. Okay, I don't need to cloak this, so I can hold it. Come on Search among the stores, yay! Mind control! I would like to be able to buy crew too, but, you know, this will do. I'm gonna just rely on finding a repair station in the next sector to get myself back to 100 hull. Well, 100 hull. 100% hull, I should say, and I'm glad I did make that decision. This does mean that I could have sold more repair drones. Look at this ship. This is like... I've been stronger than this in Sector 3 before, I'm sure. Certainly Sector 4, if not. Like, you know, that one jump that if I could have made scrap to get shields without having to sell my scanners, or that one jump that I could have made scrap. You know, the one where I traded 15 missiles away, and instead of giving me scrap, it gave me a repair, which meant that I couldn't afford hacking. When I could have, you know, got that and been way stronger. So much happened that was just on the edge. We will fight the rebel ship. This stupid asshole is going to be very annoying. Incredibly annoying. Oh my god, I fucking activated the shield hack when I did not intend to. Do I cloak this? The Flak 2 can do a lot worse to me. Especially with my shield hack. I need to let it through. Fortunately, it didn't hit me anyway.
this one's gonna hit. Not much I can do about it. God damn it. We need to just run from this. I can maybe... Maybe I can induce them to surrender, but probably not. Oh, that's down at least. Mind control you. Oh, now. You go over there. Let's do this so that it doesn't pull power out from some stupid asshole way. Let's let that go off. Actually, should have engaged the hack sooner. Okay, cool. We got our hull back at least. Well, 2 fights. Hopefully we go to them in the correct order and don't find one gets taken over or something like that. Good fucking lord. We still don't have maxed out weapons and probably aren't going to. That would be great if I actually could sell it, but I can't. Everything has missiles. Why can't I have a fight where I can make it safe somehow and get my training? Heck now. Well, we're taking the flak too, it looks like. Guess fire that for weapon training, since the glade beam will kill when it goes off. Damage buffer that in case that gets hacked in phase 1. I have the mind control counter, so it's not too bad if our pilot gets mind controlled. Also kind of ahead of the flagship, that's useful. Maybe we could even hit this repair station and then come back. I don't think it'll be worth it though, because us having to dive would be really, really bad. this might be trainable. If I hack this and then deliberately just swipe weapons, I should be able to take that down, and then I can repeatedly fire the whole beam at them. Or they use bombs and shit. Yeah, that'll do. Put that in slot 1 in case they bomb my weapons. Actually, I can fire the glade beam as well. Although, actually, no, I want to have it ready in case... I'd like to have it ready in case for when they bring this back so I can knock it offline again. Need to get you in there. Weapons guy needs to stay where he is so he can get training. Ow. I ran you out too soon. Let's do a bit more damage to that room. Maybe we can switch the stupid fucking bomb off. No, but we can keep the laser switched off for longer, so... Put that out, please. Need to be careful and make sure that they don't kill my crew by bombing that room again. There's no point firing this right now, the right person's not in there. I also need to really get my oxygen back online. For fuck's sake. You don't get training while your weapons are broken, by the way. So. Good, they're out of bombs. So no more of that crap. How many more times? 11. Hack it down and hit it with glide beam again. Oh, that's fine. I think the Zoltan leaving caused that. Whatever. Of course, even with the weapon training, I have the separate thing of I need to time it correctly in phase 1. Or...
There we go. And we get that last one. Once the hacking is ready, we engage it, kill them, and get the last one with that shot. Or I do it that way, whatever. Don't need to wait for the shields to drain fully. I could go here and get repairs, but I don't want to deal with dives. We'll take damage if we have one of them, so. I can go and take the Rebel flagship away from the base to give myself an extra reset, and I might as well do that. Also allows me to jump if I fuck the hack timing up. What are you hacking? That's not great, but it's not too bad. Now, I need to place the glaive beam before... Okay, good, we timed it right. You need to place the glaive beam before they cloak, because they will cloak at literally... The cloak is 20-second cooldown, they cloaked immediately at the start. Our weapon started charging when that ends. So at 20 seconds, the glaive beam goes off, and at 20 seconds, their cloak goes off. See, it goes at exactly the same instant. Because I placed the glaive beam before the cloak, it did actually fire. I could actually go and get another fight, but then I'd have to dive. And I'm not dealing with that. Get my doors up, I'm going to have a fraught boarding phase, despite the fact that, you know, we have mind control counter, but that doesn't help the fact that we don't kill any of their crew. And yeah, this phase will be annoying because we cannot quite one-shot it. We are one short of being able to do it. That's positive. Actually, I'm gonna send my Zone. Yeah, in future rounds, I don't need to be so precise. I can. Do a level 3 cloak. 21 damage here. Mind control you. Actually, no. Mind control you. You'll run into shields. And I'm blocking both systems up. And yeah, the glaive beam will kill the next time it goes off. I'm stupid. Why did I turn the air off? No, if I take a point of damage there, it's not the end of the world. And it looks like I won't anyway. I can't afford to upgrade anything. This is almost certainly a sub 5k run. It could be significantly below 5k. It feels like this is an incredibly weak scoring run, but I could work it out by looking at the save game manager, but I don't want to do that. Okay, so we're definitely going to fight them away from the base, so we have the chance to run away if we need to, which we may well need to do. Abduct their crew. For the love of God. They board right into probably the worst room on the ship. You get over there because I'm going to need to swap people in. We'll definitely need to reset this, but of course we need to keep the fucking FTL charging to do that. And that means not losing our piloting. Let you out. Now counter the mind control. That was a little close. Just keep the FTL charging, please. Ah! Get out. So yeah, these crew, they come with me, and when I kill them, they don't come back to life. When we fight phase 3 again. They stay dead. And that's a big deal. And hopefully next time they don't fucking board me directly into piloting. You just get out of there. Still not completely out of the question of us losing this, because if like a missile landed in either weapons or hacking or shields instead of double fire, we'd have a real trouble actually winning the fight. Like it did that there through cloaking. It's just we were able to run away. We won't be able to do that again. Obviously, normally that wouldn't be such trouble if we'd been able to pick up some crew, but this run was fucking trash. So we're stuck with the initials. Fortunately, they boarded me all the way over there. I don't care that much about that. But yeah, they only have these 2 crew left. They all board me with 1 more person. It was using multiple vents there that actually got that vented in time. If I just tried venting it from one room, it wouldn't have been enough. And of course, because they didn't board me in piloting, I had 100% evade there. And it looks like as well we're going to be able to cloak this. Cool. And those guys are dead. Let's get my air back. Bent you away. Hull beam will take out what's left of the Zoltan shield. We will have to face 1 missile surge. But this should get us our kill, and that'll be another cycle. Very good.
So that is my either 5th or 6th cycle, depending on how you want to look at it, because one of them was a double cycle. Yeah, what the fuck is that? So yeah, this is... what the fuck. We definitely earned that one. We haven't had too many really rough runs in this, but that was just fucking atrocious. Yeah, 1,345 scrap on fucking Stealth B. FTL can fuck right off. So what ship will we be playing next on FTL? 3, 2, 1, go. Okay. Well, at least we could hypothetically have rolled Stealth B again, in which case I'd have probably thrown my computer out the window. I hope you enjoyed that incredibly fucking annoying run. And I will see you next time for one that will hopefully not be so stressful. Bye for now.